Live. There's going to be background music in this video. As you guys could probably tell, if you don't know me, but I think everyone that watches this does. I don't live alone. I live with my parents. I am a live-in third wheel. So they are, you know, they own everything, and I'm here. So there are sometimes noises on the outside, but it don't bother me. I get my privacy when and where I can and when I need to. I've never really owned a sex toy because I've never lived in a house that would be quiet, and it would just be too loud. I had one with an ex though, at his place. And then he ended up feeling insecure about it, so we just had bad sex. All right. Let's see. First smoke of the day. Hell yeah. Let me just hit this a little bit better. My OTD. Gangsta trash shit. Get ready for a Halloween party tomorrow. My parents, my dad has 3 sisters. I think all of them are coming over, or maybe just the youngest one and her family. 2 are older, and then 1 is younger than my dad, so he's the third of 4. And then 2 sisters that didn't make it past infancy because, well, I don't know. Back then, like, you have enough kids, that was bound to happen. And the cousins are coming over with their kids, which are also, I guess, would be my second cousins, the baby cousins. I did some more rearranging in my room. I put my printer over there in the far corner. So it is a super duper cool night. It is, well, if you like comedy, boy, does this Thursday have a lot you could do. I will share with you my plan. My plan is to go watch the roast battle, at Callback Bar. It's a really good lineup. Some of our, like, funny new, hot females, hot funny, and also smart females in comedy. Lily and Taylor are against each other. Taylor from Reno. Lily, Delonia's sister. Also, Dawn's doing, I think both Lily and Dawn are on their first roast battle. Though Lily did the obituary battle, which, like, entailed some roasting. Oh my gosh, Halloween music. It's like the only... I like Halloween music, but I don't like Halloween music with, like, the, like, screeching cats and, like, I like basically any song that uses everything from the Misfits, and then any song that uses, like, skeleton or ghost or talks about wolf in the song. Of course, Werewolves of London, absolute classic. Warren Zevon is dope. Other battles over tonight. Then we have Dakota versus Avery. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right. I think it's Dower. But Dakota's always a fire roaster. So, I'm not even going to make a Jew oven joke. Everyone already did. And Britt Beer and Subas. Two of my past favorite, yes. I've roasted Dakota, Britt, and Subas, and I like 3 good times, 3 fun nights, 3 fantastic comics. Absolute honor to be in the roast battle family with them. Let's see, and then the Josh and Ellis Rodriguez, and that'll be the first time I've ever seen Ellis roast. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he has before. I think I've definitely seen him on the judging panel, probably more than once. Alright, but yeah, that is my plan. Other plans there are, if you're wanting to do or watch comedy on this Thursday, would be Tupi Coffee. The Rooftop There's an open mic up there, and it's gorgeous, and we're hilarious. Well, we try to be. Hopefully, it's. I try and do my beautiful jokes. Pair with the beautiful rooftop. So Tubi coffee. Also, see, Tubi Stab, always every Thursday. One of like classic staple for providing comedy to watch and do in Sacramento. Stab also has their mic. You can easily fit in both Tubi and Stab, so that's, in terms of distance and everything, that is dope. And then, man, so you could do the trip. So if I wasn't going to watch Roast Battle, I would do the triple mic run thing. Let's see. Triple mic run, yeah, because that's where I was going with that. Sorry, you may or may not have seen in the beginning. I don't know. I think I was hitting the pin basically as this came alive. So I don't know if anyone, but I hit it a few times. But I'm remembering what I'm saying still. And that is that the third mic, if you did Tubi and then Stab, would be Players. Hell yeah, Players, come out and play tonight. It's the late night mic at Players. Duh, that's what I said. And we are Players and Jokers, and we're going to be out there. And Roast Battle gets me pretty fucking hyped. Like, I usually, even if I lose, I'm like pretty hyper after Roast Battle, just because Roast Battle is such a damn good time. Like, closest thing I have to a sport that I actually care about. I am not holding myself to anything because, like, I don't want to discipline, I don't want to drop myself, but very likely I will be high energy post Roast Battle, and then we'll go to Players because I have a pretty good set planned out. I'm trying something new with how I practice my jokes. That has to do with the categorizing as a way to kind of work in new jokes. So like basically all my jokes tonight, if I do, unless I'm too tired to go to Players, but again, I usually get good energy from Roast Battle. Oh my gosh, but I need gas. Ugh, that does suck. I might not be able to go. I have to look at if I have 2 bars or 3 bars on my thing. Enough to get to the Roast Battle, that's faux show. But if I have energy, I'll find a way to make it work. Go to Players, and then my whole set will be about drinking. A drinking themed set of jokes. Alright, so that's where I'm at. Dress to Kill is in 10 days. Wow! Oh shit! I got like my costume kind of behind me too. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, yep, there it is. It's a preview. I'm super excited. I'm wearing something different though tomorrow for my family Halloween party. I'm gonna do, like I said, Power from Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do the work one because that I can wear because I have to work tomorrow. I have to go into the building, do the her work one, its work one. It's not really a her, it's a corpse, but yeah, do that. And then on Saturday I'm gonna do the other Power one I have that is from the 3rd episode, and I think the second one that it's in. It's a fiend. Though I almost would imagine that like if a devil was gonna like, if a fiend was gonna possess like a corpse, there might be just like Pochita kind of identify it as a dog. Like the devil might go for what it was, what it kind of almost, I don't know, like what it felt like it was. So I still probably will call her a her, even though Power is not a her. Power's a fiend. It's in her corpse, though. Okay. And then on Halloween, Dress to Kill. On Halloween, I'm going to do Freddy Krueger. And then on Dress to Kill, I am going to be Nyan Cat. The Pop-Tart Cat, Nyan Cat. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to make sure I get good sleep the night before Dress to Kill, which is a Saturday, so best of luck, Amy. I think actually I don't have anything going on that day. I'm going out to tea. No lie, I think I'm actually going out to tea that day with my mom, my sister-in-law, and my brother's mother-in-law. So that's actually absolutely perfect. I'm definitely not going to get too crunk at tea. Although, I could Long Island some iced teas. I could Long Island some hot teas. We've got to normalize more hot alcoholic drinks. That's why I like to spike my tomato soup. It is a hot Bloody Mary. Throw some hot olives in that bitch. What? Alright, I'm gonna start the book. Let's see where we were at. I was talking about words, C words. Not bad C words, but just what I think about certain C words. And they give me ones. And chaos is the first one. I don't know if I've said this here before. I enjoy chaos love is kind of like a thing almost that I think of when I think of God. I'm like, it's like chaos love. It's like, it's against our order of things, but it's like, so I like almost like a wild kind of, like I like a wild party or like a fun time a lot. I like to celebrate. Chaos in the classroom was hell. That would, unless I wasn't responsible. Like if they were all having a good time and it was just like, but I was always so worried about like losing the job or just doing good. And there was so much work and things we had to like even turn in during like the beginning year because they make you kind of redo a whole part of college and they call it BITSA, but it's really called like I can't right now. I'm way too high to think of this, but I will have time. I could write it easily. Simply having a kind of acronym to spell. I don't know, bullshit that they just tried to make you pay because something evil got into our education system. That's for sure. All the way up to them making you pay all that money for college. That is so sad. Takes away so much of the joy in learning. And learning is actually a beautiful thing for people to get to do. Just right away they make it terrible. But there's no other choice. It's not always possible to homeschool. But I like chaos. I like chaos with love. However, chaos as in like I kind of hate that my room is messier than I'd like it to be. That's why actually today I got rid of a box of stuffed animals. I'm like, okay, move out shit so that I don't know, I got room for more fancy dresses. Because Dress to Kill going to continue to kill. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys come out. I will keep posting for guest lists. That gets you in for free. But if you could get a ticket, feel free to get a ticket. I would just love to celebrate Halloween with you guys. If you wear a costume, if anyone wants to go out after, you can even come over to my house after. Could do an after party. I really, really want everyone to come out. I'm looking forward to it. I feel super blessed to have Dress to Kill. It's my baby. It is like a baby. More like a baby than a kid because it takes a lot of care. And I'm always really worried about it. Even though I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, in the moment. And it'll be so nice to see people because I'm so bad at answering messages. It's so nice to get to see people. All right. Cigarettes. I like the smell of them. I know that sounds weird, but they smell like friendship to me. Carrying a lighter is a great way to make friends, but then it does mean that a lot of your friends smoke. Some of the people I love the most have smoked cigarettes. I'm not like... I think I've said before, I'm a fan of vices and habits. I'm not about to like judge anyone for them for sure. In fact, I fucking admire the tenacity of smokers. When like they're told, you know, you can't smoke here, you can't. They're like they'll hop a fence. They're like, I will find a spot to smoke. I admire that because you know they started to get to be like that with even the vape pens. And it's like, you know, I will go some distance. I will earn, like, don't go so far. They will earn that cigarette. Like, by the end of, like, getting to the place you're supposed to smoke, it's like, I really need this now. How to fucking hop a fence. I am going to do eyeshadow today. I'm feeling eyeshadow. But only after another one. All right. Circles. Crop circles. Aliens. Circles make me think of aliens. Makes me think of signs. Are they remaking signs? You know, honestly, I know both. There's actors in signs that have done some crazy shit, but M. Night Shyamalan is up there with some of my favorite directors. I did just watch The Watchers, and I saw, I think I talked on here before, I watched with my parents, the one with the, oh, fucking not, Matt, was it Matt Dillon? I don't know. The Watchers is a fairy tale-y one. And then the other one, the dad's the bad guy. I think I liked the other one more, the one I watched with my parents with the dad and the daughter that M. Night Shyamalan did recently. One is his daughter, but you know what? I see the last name. It's the brand. I love it. I loved Old was freaky as fuck. Alright, I'm going to do that eyeshadow, and then when I come back momentarily on here, which will only be a moment if people watch it on YouTube. It'll seriously just be like 1 second. I'm going to talk about, people I've had conversations with, so, cool. Oh, shoot. It's alive. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'll pick up where I left off on the book. I'm going to smoke, though. Didn't really miss anything. Except on the Halloween playlist, the Night Before Christmas song came on, and it did remind me, for verbal autobiography's sake, I have a really good imagination. My mom has a really good imagination. When I was a kid, one of my favorite movies was Nightmare Before Christmas. And my mom, and it was, I think because my mom told me that we were from there and we would go back and visit. So, like, I probably spent the first, at least year where I was making memories, kind of like believing it was a real place. And then the whole second year, like kind of knowing like well enough to be like, all right, it's probably not real since you know Jaws isn't real and all the other things, but what if? That's where the imagination is. You just can't what if all the bad stuff. That's worrying. That's not imagination. But unfortunately, sometimes people with really big imaginations can come up with some pretty creative worries. All right. Autobiography, verbally. Today I spoke to, list all the people I exchanged words with today. This is going to be an easy one for me. I've talked to just my mom and my dad, a couple co-workers. So my mom and my dad in person. I talked to 2 co-workers on Teams. And to my therapist a little bit. But not as an appointment, just scheduling an appointment. As you guys know, I am absolutely terrible with messages, and it's not me trying to be a bitch. I literally don't, like, I can't figure out how to organize my life in a way that I can keep up with everything and the messages. Like, probably the towering thing of laundry I still need to put away. Like, I hate myself for not being able. That's one of the things I hate most about me is that how much I struggle with messages. And even when I try and do, so I have text, I have regular text. I have a work email that I have to try and keep that inbox fairly empty when I so that does have to take priority because it's my state job. And then I have my personal emails, and then I also have Instagram messages and Facebook messages. And that's why I really just hope people come to Dress to Kill on October 27th so I could see you face to face, because it is hey, that makes it better for, if you ever need to confront me on something, you definitely got to do it in my face. And I'll say I'm a much bigger pussy face to face. I don't know if that's true. I always feel like in the past, man, one of my bad one of my bad memories is arguing with an ex, and like I was at work, so it was a text message argument thing, but like I wasn't even mad. It's just like it's a stressful thing, like messaging me so much I couldn't respond in time. Like I was like, and he would so fast. I'll be honest, that was more a situationship. That was actually not an official ex. Although we are not in, it was before comedy. Comedy's kind of my boyfriend now, although comedy's not the best boyfriend. I love comedy. Comedy's comedy. Comedy's my passion. There's like nothing that's going to really be like, I've never had anything like this. But I do want to learn to balance my life, and things that I want to be good at are, I want to be successful at being a good person. So like what I've kind of figured out is like a more my moral code thing. And then I want to be successful at basically like the war in my mind, the mental illness thing. I want to be successful kind of over my mental illness. And then I want to be successful at comedy. I want to be successful in relationships, not just romantic, but I mean as a good daughter, I have a good coworker, a good friend, a good aunt when I'm one, a good, I guess even surrogate aunt, good in that, good to my people, which unfortunately I know is not well represented in the messages, but again, I love people. I just struggle with the messages. I again can't figure out how to quite fit it into my life. And I've missed out on money. I've missed out on a lot of opportunities. I know it's bad. I really, because even sometimes when I go in there, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to like look for ones for comedy shows, and then like get back around to other ones. And some messages I really have like it would take me a long time to sit down. I want to give a good response. I really want to put a lot of that into what I write. So that also makes it hard. It takes a long time to answer back. All right, let's see. So that was two. Oh, but I'm about to have a multitude of conversations with lovely people, and I am looking forward to it. I think my chin looks greasy, but it's because I got a bump on my chin. Wow, man, I have a selfie of it. I want to say it was like January. Yeah, it was. It was right before Dress to Kill in January. I fell on my chin. And I think I like that I had a bump there, but now I'm thinking it's like, and it was there for a really long time. Like it was in January, so the bruise is long gone. But I'm like, now I'm thinking it's actually a pimple, because I was thinking maybe it's like a head bump, but I don't know. Maybe some gravel got inside of it. I also burned myself. That one was scalded myself. I had made syrup, and then out of, well, I like my coffee like I like my men, hella hot, hella sweet. So I sometimes will boil creamer if I have the time, which almost boils to like a sticky kind of consistency, syrupy almost, and then I will pour it into my coffee, Sometimes, because I like hella sweet, I will take a sip almost before stirring it all in. So how like it serves was sitting on the top. Well, I did this and I dropped the cup and I burned my chin, and that was also this year, I think in the spring. At one point, this is like probably a pimple now. Just like so deep. So deep. Oh my gosh, like me and sharks. Unless you see their fin, then sharks being shallow. All right, so it's called At Random, and it's types of wine you've tried. Oh my gosh, you guys, like none of them. I'm not like a good wine person. I know, 33. I was supposed to get turned Jesus era I've been sandals, but speaking of, I might do sandals and socks today. I don't know if sandals will go good with a raccoon or if tennis shoes would. It's cold, but I'm definitely gonna probably like wear socks. I also have this weird skin thing. It just popped up. It's like a skin tag. Gross. I wish dermatology was covered by healthcare. Like for aesthetic things, not just obviously I guess there's probably some medical procedures. All right. I'm just gonna end up pronouncing a lot of wines wrong. Barbera, Bordeaux, Cabernet, Chablis, Champagne. I've had Champagne. Chardonnay. I probably like took it. I've had actually like glasses of champagne. I'm only gonna count it if I've had a glass, because if I sipped and it was gross, it could be all of these. I've had a glass of prosecco. I've had a glass of rosé. All wine is better with Sprite mixed into it. All wine is better as a mimosa. All wine is even better as sangria. The best meal you ever ate. I can't really answer that. But I remember, like, when I was a kid, I didn't really like Fig Newtons until I was in fourth grade. And when I was in fourth grade, I started to have, like, eating things, but it actually at first wasn't, like, to lose weight. I used to give my food away to my classmates, because I just had my mom would pack me lunch, and then there was, like, school lunch. So, but like I felt bad having things sometimes that other kids didn't. Like it was like I couldn't enjoy it, so it wouldn't be worth it. I would just like have to give it away. That started like in fourth grade, and I remember one day after doing that, like I was really hungry because that day everyone else had been really hungry. So all my stuff and it wasn't a bullying thing, no. Like literally, I people be like, "You're so nice," and it's just it's. I mean, it's not altruistic. That was the only way. Like I wasn't gonna get any enjoyment out of it. Um, But I had given away like everything in my lunch, even like fruit, because that was one thing, like no one ever wanted fruit. Um, and so after school, if I had to go a long time, usually like my mom was a teacher, so I get a snack right away. For some reason, like that didn't happen. I was going at the learning center, um, and it was after school, and I remember being really hungry, um, and like so much I was like I couldn't really concentrate on the learning, and my learning center teacher had she only had Fig Newtons, and so she gave me the Fig Newtons, and I'd always thought they were gross, but I was so hungry and I never really tried them. I think I just thought they looked gross. I never tried them until then. I was in fourth grade and I tried them, and I just like I fucking loved them. Like I was just like they always have tasted good to me since. It was like they really hit the spot. That is the closest I could probably think of to like the best meal. Otherwise, they've always been a little bit of like a more very, I guess, very similar to that day before. I had a hard time driving a lot of pleasure in food. Although it is good, at the same time, it's good, but the act of eating, I don't know. Yeah, that's the one. Have you stayed away? That's the most I remember ever enjoying food was those Fig Newtons in fourth grade. Have you stayed awake for more than 48 hours straight? Oh my god, that's how you get crazy. That's like speed brain. That's bad. I that's 2 straight days. Damn. Ah, god. You know what? I have, But to be honest, I don't think I have since high school. Like I've gone 24. I go 24 hours at least a handful of unfortunate times a year. But I don't think I ever go 48. Again, that's speed brain. You're doing some shit, and that's not shit I'm doing. And if I am giving myself a break in between, I'm not going a whole 2 days. I'm not gonna like stop using at a point so I can sleep, and it'll be the shittiest sleep too. But I'm gonna attempt. I'm gonna lay down and attempt. Have you worked more than 12 hours in a single day? I have, and I wasn't even paid for all of it. It was just to. Teaching is a trick in that there'll be tasks that you have to do, and like then they're like they only pay you, and they're like, oh my gosh, we pay you so much. But if I divide the amount of time I spent teaching and like just all the classroom stuff, because you're like, I don't know how it is now, but like I always had to do so much alone, so much work, so much setting up and cleaning up, and you don't really get breaks because if the kids need something, they're gonna need you to help out. Like if I do the math, I actually probably make more per hour now for like actually, because I think there like when I quit teaching, my schedule pretty regularly was I would get to the school about 5 a.m. and I've said this before, 5 a.m. and then I wouldn't leave until or 9 p.m. and then if I like if there was other things going on, like if I was going to have to get a sub, and I never took a day off, but they would make you do training, so you would have to get a sub, so you'd have to do sub plans, and, oh man, those would take me sometimes to like 11, like my last day of teaching, when I like went home, just knew I wouldn't go back, I worked till midnight, and so I got in at 5 a.m., and I worked till midnight, and I made half of the amount that I do now working for the state, and it's like, I get all my fucking breaks. No one needs shit from me during my breaks. And coworkers could poke each other's eyes out and they wouldn't need me. But if kids be poking their eyes out, they definitely want the teacher there to figure out something. And I had a student who would just like scream if I wasn't there. Like if she had a sub, she would just scream when she did, which is really cute because they were, yeah, like she bonded with me, but very, very, very hard. Because then I have to make up the work from the meetings and oh God. All right. Have you ever fallen asleep at work? Well, when I started at the end of teaching, I did start to get, so I was averaging like 2 hours probably of sleep a night. And I did that for probably a couple months, enough to where I wasn't asleep, but I had a sleep hallucination. I was awake, and the kids I can't remember, the kids weren't in the classroom. I can't remember if they like were, I think they were gone for the day. And I was sitting, not even at my desk, but at one of the kid areas because I was, preparing something in that area, like putting something on the wall maybe. And like out of the corner of my eye, I saw the door open to the classroom, and it was like, and all of a sudden I like woke up and like the door was closed. So it's like in a split second, like the stuff was still in my hands. I don't know how long I was asleep, but that was also like in the very last few days before I called it quits. One of the smartest things I ever did. Yes. That's a personal miracle in and of itself. All right. Yeah, the strength I had to find to do that. That's it. All right, I'm heading on out. I'm gonna run a few errands and then head to the roast battle. Hell yeah. Peace out, cunts.